and welcome to my craft room. My name is Michelle Wells. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator from Tasmania, Australia. Welcome to another 12 Days of Christmas Fun project. Today I've got a cute little project that I'm going to be making. So before I get started, if you comment, share, like, any of those things, but preferably if you comment and let me know where you're watching from, so I can pop you and your name into a draw to win the 12 days of project kits that I make throughout the 12 days. So you'll go into the draw to win one complete set of those. Plus, if you live internationally, I will pick a winner from that as well and put you in the draw. I'll pick a winner out to win a couple of cards, or even a card and a project. I'm not quite sure yet, but I will get to that when I do it. But anyway, like I said, I've got a cute little project today. I'm gonna see if I can find myself up here. Hopefully everything's going smoothly today. I hope you're all having a great day. And before I get started, if you're watching this back on YouTube, and please comment, please subscribe so please subscribe so I can get my videos out there further. Plus, if you're interested in any of the products that I'm using today, or you're ever consider joining Stampin' Up, you can join my team. I'll have all the links in the show more box below on YouTube, or I'll have them in the box above on Facebook here. So anyway, I'm going to get started. So I'm going to remove that. Previously I made this little box here, and I was mucking around with the template, and I thought I could do something different with the template from here. So I'm going to use the same template as I used to make this little box, but I've changed it up a little bit, and we're going to make this. So this cute little bag. So I've used the same one as this box, the same template, but I've changed it up a bit. So we've actually not scoring as much as I would score. I did see a little bag like this made by Dawn Griffiths, and it inspired me to create, because I've also, from that same template, if I can find it, I chucked it somewhere here, I made another little project with that one too. I can't find it. Oh, here it is. That same template, I created this. This is just chucked together. I haven't really played around with it, but it's just from that same little template. I actually made this little one as well, but I will come on and show you how to make that one. But from that same, like I said, from that same template, I have made 4 different designs from that one. So this is what we're going to do today. So I will have a look to see. Hi Glenda, thanks for joining. Hi Kathy, thanks for joining. Hi Francis. Hi Brooke, thanks for joining. I've got my cousin on today watching, so thanks for joining, Brooke. Yeah, so we're going to create this little box here. Well, this little box, a little bag. So I've got most of my things all pre-cut, so I'll just pop that over there out of the way so I can, and I'm using the Poinsettia Place. I've only got 4 pieces, actually 2 pieces left of this, and then I'll be opening up another pack. So you can tell this is my favourite like DSP. So, and I think this would be a nice little gift for an older person, so someone that's really hard to buy for. You could pop a little gift card in there. Yeah, you can pop anything that you like in there. So alrighty, so we're going to get started. So I've got a 9 by 6.5 piece of the designer series paper. And I'm going to grab my scoreboard out, and I've got bits and pieces everywhere, and I'll just make sure that that is 6. And you can get 2 pieces of you can get 2 of these bags out of a 12 by 12, so that's 6. Just need my little arm out just to make sure, by 9.5. So what I do is I pop it in, like I'll have the big sheet. I did have a piece here to show you, but so I'd have the whole big 12 by 12 piece in to get 2 boxes out of this. So I'd pop the 12 by 12 piece in. I'd do my first cut at 9.5. So I'd cut it at 9.5. So then you'd have a 9.5 by 12. And then I'd turn it around and I'd cut 6 inches off that piece. So then I'd have 2 boxes. So that's how I got this one here. So this is the other half of that half that I cut, and the long strip that you use creates this little tag here. So so yeah, so don't you can create the whole, like 2 boxes from the one piece of DSP. So I'm going to pop that around, and we're going this side. So my first score is on, if you're using a pattern paper, make sure your pattern's running the long ways. Otherwise, if it's running this way, like this way, you'll have it upside down. So make sure that if you've got a pattern, it's running this way. So so when you're looking at the box, you're going to be looking at it up this way. So alrighty. So my first score is, I'm going to score it at 1. So I like to go this side because it's easier to keep my so I'm not going to have my cutting blade, so I just put it to 1 and then I just score. And once you got that, then I flip it over and I start scoring. It doesn't matter which way, I'm going to go that way because I like to go that way. So actually, which way am I going? Yeah, so it doesn't really matter at this stage because this is going to be I've done my 1, and then I'm going to do it at 2 1/4. So I'm just going to score 2 1/4, and then 5 1/4. And then 6 1/2. Come back there. So 6 1/2. And then we're going to turn it around. So make sure you've got it the way you want to have it. So we're going to put this, because this is going to be the bottom of our box. So we've got it going the right way. And we're just going to score this at 1 1/4. So 1 1/4. So 1 1/4, just going to score that down there. So in the other box this one here, we'd be doing both sides at 1 1/4, but because I don't want to, I just want to have this part open because that would be our lid. So that's what we're going to do. And before we get started, on that little inch, that 1 inch side that we did there, we're just going to pop that onto the 1/2 inch, and we're going to cut 1/2 inch off that, because if we leave it too long, it's gonna, so on that little 1 inch strip, so you're going to have a 1 inch strip there, because you'll see if you left it that full length, it's going to hang over on your bag lid here, so you don't want to do that. So you need to just cut that strip off, and you can keep that and add that as decorations, or you can do the strippy technique. So that's all we need to do with the score. So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to fold up on all those score lines, and you'll see that my pattern's going the right way. So always make sure that that 1 1/4 inch strip is scored on the bottom, so your pattern's going the right way. So I'm just going to give those a good fold. make sure that I've got them all, and I have. So what we're going to do now is we're going to grab our scissors, and watching before you start work. What time do you start work, Francis? So I'm just going to cut up that little 1/2 inch score line. We're going to cut up that piece, and then we're going to turn it around, and we're just going to notch off up to that. So that's all we're doing on that little piece. And then the rest of them we're going to cut up. I might do it that way. It might be easier than trying to see. So I'm just going to cut up to those, each of those little center lines. So we're going to cut up those score lines to that first, well, that score line. And then we're going to do the same thing up to there. And then these little tabs here, I like to just cut out little notches from those. So I'll show you in a minute how it should be. And it's just only those little tiny tabs that we're creating those little notches out of there. So I tend to go too far sometimes. So that is what you should have. So you should have your little notches all cut out, so you're ready to go there. So we're not going to stick that down yet, and so the next thing we're going to do is, I'll pop that aside for a minute. I'm just getting that ready there. Is we've got 2 circles here, and they're going to be your little for your handles. So we're going to glue them onto our box. So I'm going to grab my glue. And good morning, Sally. 11 o'clock. So that's right, you're in Queensland, did you say? So if I can remember correctly. So what we're going to do is, I've just folded those down. I'll just unfold them for a minute. So what we're going to do is we're going to put glue on half of one of these circles, and these circles are I've cut this out from the, and I forgot to tell you what we're using today. So I'm using the layering circles, and I'm not quite sure which one. It could be the second, I think it's the second biggest, just the circle, not the scallop. It's the second biggest circle we used to cut 2 of those from, and they're out of soft suede. So we cut 2 of those out with the second largest circle, but you can have any size handle you want. And then we used, I'm not quite sure what layer, that could be the 3rd or the 4th size down of the circles, and that's going to cut the inside of, but I need that one, I don't need this one, but I thought I'd show. And we just got 2 scallop circles, so I've just used 2 of the scallop circles to cut the real red, because I'm changing the background. I thought the background on this one here just looked a little bit plain, so I'm going to add a little bit of real red to it. So that's what I used there. And I'm also using the Perfectly Plaid like stamp set, and I'm just using the Merry Christmas out of there. So pop them aside. And then we've got another little piece here, which is going to be our, so I've just got my punch here, and all I'm going to do is, this is a 2 inch by 3 inch, and all I'm going to do is pop that into there. I'm going to pop that in as far as it'll go, and I'm just going to punch that. So that gives us our little tag to go on there. So I'll show you how to layer all those up in a minute when we get to it. So, and that's just the punch that I use, but I can't remember what that's called. It's just one of the tag punches that we've got. So getting back to this, now that I've explained what I've used, I'm just going to put I'm just going to put glue on half of this one. So, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. So we're going to make sure that we get it, I'm just going to make sure that they're scored. Just going to grab my bone folder and give those a bit of a score. I was right, Queensland. So I do have good memory sometimes. So what I'm going to do is I like to line this up with on my grid. So I like to line just for a rough measurement. So I like to just line it up somewhere on the grid so I know that, or probably move it down a little bit more. And I like to just grab my first one and sort of put it in between those lines, and then just use one of the guides up there. So I quite like it there, and I'm just going to make sure that I haven't stuck that, and that's pretty good. I've done well today. So that's one's going on that first big square, then you've got the two, like your little narrow 2 score lines here. So the next one we're going to put them onto the next one. So our second one, we're going to do the same thing. And I like to do it like this because then I know that it's lining up perfectly in the center. You're not going to get them evenly, but at least, so you're going to, from this score line to this score line here, you're going to pop that down into the center. And then we're going to bring that down so that matches that one there. So then you know that they're perfectly aligned. And then once you've done that, just pick it up, just make sure. And I've got glue coming out of the back end of those, but that's okay. I'll stick this is my way of. So I just pop a little bit of the Bossing Buddy on, and there you go. So, and I have got it all over my table. Maybe this is the best time to use the, what do you call it? The silicone mat. I keep forgetting about that. So once you've got your circles and they're all even, this is the time that you're going to bring in your cut and emboss. So you're not going to see those because we're going to probably cut them out anyway in a minute. So I'm going to bring in my cut and emboss machine. Hi Paula, thanks for joining. So, okay, and I forgot to bring my trolley over, so I'll just grab that. Because I have my big shot sitting on the trolley, and my cut and emboss machine. So I'm going to bring that in, and I'm going to grab my circle. I think that was the right one. Yeah. Oh, sorry, and I just knocked the camera then. So I know I'll probably see it here in a minute being splashed about. So I'm just going to push that right through because I like to start, because I'm left-handed, I like to start from the left-hand side, and it's so what we're going to do is, because this piece here is too long to go in here, what we're going to do is we're going to fold those little tabs down, and we're going to try to butt them up close to this part here, so you've got enough room for these circles to go through. And like I said, you can make this a smaller bag if you like. You can cut it down a little bit more. So all I'm going to do is, I may have to stand up for this one. So because I just want to make sure that I've got enough room going through. So all I'm doing is popping my circle in there, and then once I've got where I want my circle, I'm just going to stick a post-it note on there so I know that that's holding. So I'm just going to line that all up, make sure all my mats and that are all perfectly, so I don't want to bend this card as I'm going through. And then once I've got that where I want it, then I'm just going to run that through. Actually, I need to slide that back. Just going to run that through. You can just keep running it through. Ooh. And then I'll slide that back under. Actually, push that back. And I'll show you once I get myself all sorted out there. You'll see that that has cut out. Just take that one off gently. And that has cut that first handle out. So we're going to do the same thing on the next one. So probably might go that away this time. So I'm just turned it around and I'm going to pop that circle on there. My post-it note. I just like to, my post-it note fell on the floor. And I just like to make sure that it's centered. You're probably not going to get it identical, but and I like to use the post-it note just to hold that so you know it's not going to bounce away. And then I'm just going to pop that through again, and making sure that nothing's sticking out. And okay, and then we're just going to run that through again. And that's all you need to do. Okay, so I'm just going to take that piece away, and I'm just going to pop this back over here. And I'm just going to show you, and like this would be the hardest part of the whole thing. So there you have your two handles. So, and these little circles here, don't throw them away because you can use them on another project. So you're not going to see the back of that, but if you wanted to, you could do something with them. So now what we're going to do is going to bring those back down, and all we're going to do now is glue this little piece, glue it together. So what we're going to do, and see that is still a little tiny bit long. So what we're going to do is that little top flap there, up here, like this one here, because when you fold it in, you're still going to see it a tiny little bit, if you can see what I mean. So we're just going to cut just a little tiny bit across there. So I'll show you what I mean. So I'm just going to cut. So I've just cut a little tiny bit, so when that joins up to there, you're not going to see it. So now all we do, and this is so easy to put together. I like to go this way for some reason. I don't know. It's just the way I like to do it. So thanks for sharing. Hi Connie, how are you? Thanks for joining. First time you've watched me. So yes, please share. Like I like to get my videos out there for people to see. So all I'm doing now is popping some glue onto that little tab, and all I'm going to do is fold this over. Make sure it's all. And all I'm going to do is fold this little tab over, and it's going to go straight onto there. So, and that is so easy. And all I'm going to do is grab my bone folder, and I've got sticky hands. I may just grab a wet one. Oh, I'm so grateful that we have wipes and wet ones and whatever. Yeah, I have that. I say to the boys, can you grab Nanny a wet one? And they go, a wet one? And I'll go, can you grab Nanny a wipe? Oh yeah, we can grab you a wipe. So it's weird how, like what they're so used to. Okay, so I was trying to find my bone folder. I must have chucked it back in my drawer, and I did. So I'm just going to give that a good crease down, just to make sure that it's glued down, and it's okay. So that's going to be the back of your box. So make sure you so once you've done that, then all we're going to do is we're going to so I'm just going to work out which way the back of your box is. So that's the back of my box there. Is it? Yep, that's the back of my box. So I'm gonna pop glue, because this flap here is going to be the last one that I I glue down. Flap. Oh, look, sometimes. So I'm just going to pop a little tiny bit of glue on those ones there, and then I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue on that one. And did I do the wrong? I did. I was meant to... Okay. It's going to go the opposite way around this time. So I'm going to pop that down first. Because make sure, because you don't want to have this little one, but I've done the wrong way around now, so that's okay. So I'm just going to pop a little bit more there, because you'll see what I mean in a minute. Is I didn't want the, but that's okay. That turned out all right this time. Mine's a little bit, I didn't line that up too well. And make sure you line it up so it's not like mine. Okay, and you can still maneuver it around. That's why I like the glue. You can sort of get it into position before you and mine, for some reason this has gone a bit weird. There you go. Okay, the bag's gone a bit okay, what's going on there? Okay, my box seems to have gone sideways, so it's a main, sometimes like your boxes never, well, that one there is perfectly straight, so actually it seems a little bit but there you go. So once you've done that, make sure you've got all your little pieces all and it's sitting aligned. And then once you've done that, grab your, I've got a really big block that I poke down in there, and I just give that a good good poke down with that there, and there you go. It's fixed itself. But you are going to get a little bit of like, because these this is only made with DSP, but if you was using cardstock, it would be a lot better. And if you want to, you can pinch the sides in. I don't really like that, doing that, but you can. So okay, so I'm working out that's my front. So now I'm going to pop that aside for a second, and we're going to start assembling these in a minute. But the first thing I'm going to do, and I've still got glue on my fingers, so you like the bag? Thanks, Christy. Thanks for joining. So yeah, it's like a real fun thing. Like, if you know me, I've made so many projects, and they're all been more 3D than I do cards, but I do love the 3D things. So, and I do love making cards as well, but I find making different boxes and that good. But another tip is, if you wanted to make these, you can make these ahead of time, and before you glue your base down, you can actually close it, like lay it flat. I should have showed you that before I so you could lay it flat, just lay it flat, and don't glue the these pieces here. So you can make a whole heap of these and just have them sit. Actually, I have got one here that I can show you. So this is another one that I'm creating. But like I said, you could decorate the whole front, do the whole thing like I've got here. But before you and decorate the front, add your ribbon and everything, and then before you glue, you can just put it flat, and you can have it flat with all your bits and pieces. So I could add all those bits and pieces to my card and the bow and everything, and I can just have that flat, so it's ready to give to somebody, and all you have to do is pull it up, pop the little bits down, glue your box, and there you go, you've got your little bag to go. So I forgot about that one. I did have that one up there. And that one again, like if you like the pinch bits, you can pinch those bits in, and you can put a different handle on there. You could have an oval shape, like you're going to add an oval shape to it, or but yeah, it's endless what you can do with one, like I said, that one template. I created 4 different ways of and another one is, if you wanted to do another one, you can have it going, like you don't have to if I can get this one to go, it doesn't want to go, you can have it go out like that, so you can pinch it and make a longer bag, so you can have your handles on here, and you can make a different bag. You can punch holes in here and have little handles, but yeah, so you just have to really score that down. But there you go, I've just created a different bag again. So, but yeah, so anyway, I've gone off the track. So I'm going to start assembling this bag. You could do the same thing with this one if you wanted to. You could pinch those in there, and actually I might do this one differently. So I'm going to pinch that one in there, and that's created a different bag again. So I'm just going to grab that, and I'm just going to score those, and there you go, I've made a different bag again. So I'm going to make that one like that, and I'm going to ask you after when I've finished which one you prefer. So like I said, this is the other part of the DSP that you cut off. So that strip that you cut off the end of, I think it's about, so you got 9.5, 10. So it'd be 2.5 inch strip off your piece left. That's what I cut this out. And like I said, this was 2 by 3, and you just I popped it into my punch and just punched that out. That's how I got that. Then I had the two my 2 scalloped circles from the circles layering dies, and I'm just going to stamp Merry Christmas on here. And like I said, that was using the Perfectly Plaid. So, and I'm going to stamp that in real red. You could punch a hole on the front and put a clear cover so you could see through. You can, Christy, you could do it anyhow, however you feel like doing it. So all I'm doing is stamping Merry Christmas, and I'm just going to try to stamp that into the center best I can. So, and I've already got I already know who I'm giving these to, so I'm already making my Christmas present bags and things up. Everything that I've used in the projects throughout the 12 days of Christmas fun is going to so I'm just going to sit that, so that's going to sit on there. So before I do that, I'm going to show you how I've got 2 little my 2 little pearls there, and they're actually 2 little pearls, but to make them, they're actually I've done them in soft suede. So I'm trying to find my bling that's up here. So I'm just going to grab, I use my my basic pearl jewels, and all I done was grabbed soft suede blends, and I'm going to use the brush end, and my brush end I've actually overworked mine, and all you do is you just colour one in. So I need a new one of these, so this one's been working overtime. So that's all I did, is I coloured that in to get my colour to match my project. So I mean, if you want different coloured pearls, yeah, just use the blend. So, but I thought I'd show you that while this was drying. So I'm going to grab my glue, and good morning, Kathy. Thanks for joining. You will need to watch the replay. It'll be there. So I'm making this little bag here, but I'm doing a little bit of a twist on it this time. So I'm just going to glue that piece to my Real Red, and I'm just going to pop that onto there. And it doesn't matter, you don't have to try to center it up with the writing with anything, because it all goes the same way. So, and then I'm going to pop that onto there, but I'm thinking about popping that up on a couple of dimensionals this time. So morning, Anne, thanks for joining. So I'm just going to pop a couple on there, and I'm just going to see where that's going to sit. I may need another one to go down the bottom there. So I just popped 3 on there, and I'm just going to sit that up about there. So I'm just going to have that going on a slat. And the next thing, oh, there goes my glue lid. I'll just have to leave him over there. I'm not going to try to grab him now. So the next bit I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, so I'm using the little jingle bells. These were in the last year's catalogue, and they've made it back into this holiday catalogue. So I'm just going to use one of the little gold ones. This one comes in gold. I think it's gold. Oh, what's that one? The shaded spruce, I think. And that one looks like it's either Merry Merlot or the, yeah, I'd say it's Merry Merlot. But I'm going to use just the gold one. So grab my little gold little bell out. And I'm using the Real Red sheer ribbon. And this is my favourite. I've got that much of it. And I'm going to use the Poppy Parade, all the trimmings. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this one through, just this little one here. See if I can get it in. So this is the hardest part for me, I think. Is trying to get it in that little hole. Okay. And sometimes it wants to go in, and other times it just doesn't want to. Okay, you get in there. I don't know, every time I thread these things, I always think about Adam Sandler when he's in the where he's trying to put that ball into that, and he says, "Get in the hole, go home." Like, I can't think what it's called, that movie. So all I'm doing now is so once I've done that, I'm going to pop both my ribbons in that hole together. So, and this may get a little bit tricky, but I found it quite easy once I got it where I want it. So you're just going to make sure you've got enough ribbon on that side, and I leave both of them on the reel. I don't take them off. And I'm just going to tie them in a knot, because I just want them to stay on there. And if you tie it, when you tie them in a knot, it's easier to, if I can find that other little one, come back here. Once you tie them in a knot, it's easier to get that little bell where you want it. So, and I just want that little bell there. And my knot doesn't look attractive, but you're not going to see it once you start. And I just need to get a bit more of this, and I may not have. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my little bunny ears, and I can get that bit there. Do my little bunny ears. Come on, you. And it looks like I've got all fingers and just going everywhere now. So hopefully I've grabbed my bow and I've got enough there to, and once you work, like say, work your bow a little bit and where you want to have it, and this is the hardest part, is trying to get it all to come to the party. And my first bow turned out better. It's funny how when I'm doing it off camera it turns out perfectly, but when I'm doing it on camera, for some reason it just doesn't want to work out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to snip that off there, and I'm just going to snip that one off, and I'm happy with that. I'm not going to muck around with that anymore. So could have went down a little bit more. I just like those two ribbons together. I'm going to pull that down a bit more and that down a little bit more. Just going to pull those again. And like I said, actually I really don't like that, so I'm going to undo all that again, and I'm going to do that again. So okay, you and you. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and sometimes it's hard to be and that's better. See, I like to challenge myself, and that could have went, but I'm happy with that one, and that's a lot better. So we're just going to play around and get that to where you want it. Maybe that one needs to come back down a little bit more. But if I sat here and spent all my time on a bow, and I was actually still not happy with that one 100%, but okay, I'll play around with that one later and get him going. He's just not going right on that top of that one there, but anyway, you get the gist of what I am doing. So so now the only thing we've got to do, don't look at my weird bow there, so actually, and look at me, I'm still going with that bow. Okay, right, isn't it funny how something annoys you? And so anyway, we're going to pop that onto our box, and I'm thinking about popping that up on some dimensionals too this time, just to give it a bit better like sit up. And you don't have to, you could glue it. My first one, all I've done is glued it all down. If you prefer to glue it down, you can. So I'm just going to take all these off, and I will fix that bow up later before I take a photo. So, and then all you do is pop it onto your box where you want to have it. So, and I'm going to go out there. Then I'm going to grab those two little the little bling. I might even put the three of them on. I'm just going to grab my take your pick tool, and I've got dimensionals everywhere. I'm just going to pop one there. I'm going to pop another one there, and I might go 3 this time on this one. So, and there you go. That is that little one that I did that way, and this is the one that I made earlier. So which one do you prefer? Do you prefer it going in, or do you prefer it being square? So completely two different boxes, and like a lot of fun to create. So like I said, I love doing all these sort of things. So so yeah, so if you enjoyed that, and please yeah, like, please give me a heart, give me a thumbs up. If you liked it, share it with your friends. Like my page if you haven't already liked it. And if you're watching it back on YouTube, please subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. So, but very cute. Which one do you love? Glenn, do you love the one that we made today? Do you like the one that goes in, or do you like it just leaving it as, so do you like the left one, or do you like the right one? So they're both completely different. I think the bit of real red around there gives that a bit more of a touch. So, and the more I look at my ribbon, you could see how nicely this one's turned out to this one here. I don't know what it is, but I tend to, you like them both? You love both? Yeah. I think I like them either way. So, but yeah, it's just, so just get your creative imagination out. You like the left one? A little bit more colour? Yeah, I think I like this one a little bit more because there's a bit more brightness to it, apart from my wonky bow. So, but anyway, thanks for joining me. And if you want to see what I create tomorrow in project number 10, please tune in. Please tune in at 11 o'clock to see that one. So, but anyway, and if you would like to know any more about the products I used, please get in contact with me. I'll have all the details below where you can visit my store, or yeah, so you can go there and check out and find out on anything. So, alrighty then, I hope you all have a great day, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Alrighty then, bye for now.